Hey y'all, what's up? Look, as you already see the title, I have something special, something different for you guys. Um, I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I'm not going to ramble too much about this thing. But I got I got a little shindig for y'all. But as y'all can see by the title, PCOS. But I do want to start off briefly by saying, thank you guys for watching. For those who do watch when I post, and the last video I posted, it was a whole revamp kind of video, but I deleted it. It was maybe about 3 weeks ago, but I deleted the video because I wanted to, kind of start off fresh and do something totally different. I didn't want to talk about anything, and let's just see what this channel has to bring, because it's a new channel, 2 years old, but I don't really post that often, and I want to get the content up there and just make sure it's my speed or what I want it to be about. But anyway, I've decided to do something different, and I want to also share, do a little story time, a little mini story, but share some things with me, about me, to you guys. Anyway, I'm not even going to edit this video. I want you to see raw and uncut, everything, nothing left out. So if I slur over a few words, then you saw it first. But anyway, as you can see by the title, PCOS. I have the PCOS thing. For those who don't know who PCOS is, who it is, what it is. PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. Basically, that is an overproduction of male hormones, making it hard for us women to ovulate. The different ones. I call us different because we're not the same as most women. You know. But yeah, that's what it is. And we get a great deal of the other hormone that we're not supposed to get. We get a great deal of that, which is testosterone, so to speak. Before I even get into the depth of this video, I do want to give a shout out to another YouTuber. Her name is Nicole Collet. I watched her videos and she has gave me some tips. She's given me tips on not necessarily how to cure the PCOS, but how to treat it. And I've been trying her method for about a week now, and I can only give you guys side effects instead of results because I've only been doing it for a week. But I'm going to get back to that in just a little while. Let's talk about the whole weight loss thing. I have been trying to lose weight. As you guys can see that I did the whole Garcinia Cambogia thing and trying to work out and doing the eight bottles, one bottle an hour of the apple cider vinegar, no food, only one meal, after a certain amount of hours. I forget exactly. I think it was about 12 hours. But 24, one of the two. But anyway, I did that, and I could see a little bit of a difference where I would be trimming down, and that's not the first time that I've tried to lose weight. And there were times where I have tried to lose weight, and I've done it consistently, and I've always had that one stubborn area. And for those women out there who know what that one stubborn area is, the belly fat. Yeah. I would see weight everywhere else like shed, but not too drastic, but I could see a difference from now and then. But for some reason that weight would just never come off, like all the way. And I do understand when you try to do a life change as far as losing weight, you have to eat different, exercise, get rest and drink a lot of water and all that. And there was a period in my time where I was doing that consistently. And I got slimmer, but it just never stayed, you know? So, let's talk about when I found out. I found out before I even started posting videos, the 2 videos that I posted about losing weight. I found out in 2012, maybe January 2012, right before I moved to Virginia. I found out, and I really did, honestly, guys, I did not know what it was. The only thing that stood out when the doctor told me, she was like, it would become hard for you to get pregnant, or you're infertile. I mean, both of them go hand in hand, so I guess that would mean the same thing. But that was the only thing that stood out, and I knew I was like kind of a crybaby then. I was just like, what do you mean? I can't have no kids? What? All right, whatever. Okay. So that was kind of my whole thing. And you know, a lot of people say, and guys, if y'all see me looking down, I'm looking at my little notes so I can get all my little key points out there so I won't hold y'all long. Because I will ramble. All right. I know a lot of people say you should go get a second opinion and all that good stuff. But now that I think about it, the doctor, like, now that I'm looking at all of my symptoms and, you know, all of that, and I'm older to actually understand my body a little more, you know, I didn't really need a second opinion, but I did, however, get a second opinion, or not necessarily a second opinion, but just have it checked out. I guess that's the same thing. What are you talking about, girl? Well, there's a doctor where I live. I was referred to him by a family member, and I went to him, and, you know, I brought it up to him, and I was like, you know, the doctor in Florida said yada, yada, yada. Boom. So they ordered a little sonogram, and the lady, she took a look at me, and he was like, well, you have the normal cyst on your ovaries, whatever that means, that a woman would have, and, you know, you may need a little help getting pregnant, but there's nothing wrong with you. So I'm just like, okay, so why do I not have a cycle? You know, I'm asking questions behind your statement. Why am I not having a cycle? Guys, the longest I've been without a cycle, this would make a year and a half. I'm not even being dramatic about it. It's been a year and a half without help. So, it's been a solid year for sure. And, you know, I asked him, like, so why am I not having cycles? So he gave me the whole birth control thing that makes you have your cycles and that thing. And first off, I misunderstood his directions for them. And even in that time, I had surgery, so it was all like the medication that I was supposed to be taking after my surgery. They were all intertwined together, so I didn't know, you know. So I misunderstood, and then when I did my next follow up with him, I told him I had took them all, and then he was like, "No, you were supposed to do this," and I was like, "Oh, well, I took all my medicine, and what do I do now?" He gave me another appointment to follow up with him April of this year, 2019. This was in, don't get me lying on the dates, because no, that don't even sound right. So never mind that. He did have me give him a follow-up, but I actually never went back because he gave me papers to a fertility clinic. Like, it was just too much for me to, still at that point, I still didn't understand fully on what my condition was. And, you know, ladies, sometimes it's okay if you don't know. That's why we have things to refer back to. We have other people. We have resource books, and we have resources to find out what's going on with our bodies. And sometimes it takes us longer than others, but as long as you get to that point where you understand, you know, that's good. However, with the condition, PCOS, they say as soon as you find out that you have it, do what you can to treat it. You can't cure it, but you can treat it. So do what you can to treat it as soon as you find out. However, I think I've had it longer than I was diagnosed with it. If that makes any sense. Meaning, if I said it was 2012 when I was diagnosed, I believe I had it before then. I'm not sure if you can actually have it as a teenager, but think like doing all my research, I come to look at all the symptoms that I had along the years, and that's what matched up. Like severe abdominal cramps when I'm having my menstrual. Um, they would be so horrible to the point I feel like someone's stabbing me in my stomach. I cannot move. My grandma, she probably used to think I used to exaggerate, but they were just that bad. But uh symptoms are a little bit hectic. And guys, I've been doing a lot of research lately because I've been thinking about, not right now, but I've been thinking about my future on having kids. And I want to start now than later with going to the doctor and getting treated, or whatever the case may be. So I've been doing my own research and more of in a less expensive aspect, if you feel me, you know what I'm saying? So, because I know them fertility clinics, they be a little bit, But I've been doing a lot of, like I said, shout out to Nicole Collet. I'm gonna tag her in, and I'm gonna put her YouTube channel right underneath because she's going through the same thing I've been through. She's a little bit further along in her journey than I am. I'm just now getting started, but she's inspired me. But I'm gonna go back to my first resource. I've been going to the library and just finding little stuff. I had another book, but it was like Chinese medicine. I actually returned it because it wasn't that intriguing to me. But it's called Taking Charge of Your Fertility by Tony Weschler. If you can see it, this book is long overdue. I probably need to get these people their book back, but I'm using it right now, so you know what I'm saying? They'll get it back when I give it back. But yeah, this one is basically it says the death. I told y'all I get tongue twisted sometimes, but the definitive guide to natural birth, pregnancy, achievement, and reproductive health. I'm not more so looking at it in the whole pregnancy and the birth control part. I want to look at it more in the reproductive health. I've been reading more in that area of the book. Excuse me, to kind of see what's going on with me. Because I have to start from point A first, which is my reproductive health, to even think about some birth control, to even think about pregnancy. You following along? All right. But yeah, I've been going back to this. I've been doing a lot of Googling. But I don't always retain Google's information. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depending on what website it is. Because you have those websites that'll list up on your search engine that other people will put in, but it's not really a fact proven information. So, sometimes you find helpful stuff, sometimes you don't. But I do want to talk about how I thought I had endometriosis the whole time. I have a family member that has that, and some of the same symptoms she had, I was having. So I was like, let me just say I got it, but then she didn't have one of the main symptoms that I've always struggled with, and that's the part with being obese. I know it's a lot of information, but there's no other way to give it to you guys but to just be open and honest with you guys. Yeah, one of the symptoms, not even a symptom, but it is a symptom. You're obese. More than 50% of the women who have PCOS are obese. And another one is like the excessive hair growth, and the main three, just the excessive hair growth, the periods, like you have irregular periods, and then you're obese, and then you have the hard to get the weight, of course, hard to take off weight. But yeah, for the longest I thought I had endometriosis, and I had just been doing the things that she do to kind of cure her situation. But a lot of things that you may try may not work for you, but it may work for someone else. So even though I was not that consistent with her remedies, because she had been taking different stuff. Like once I get on the boat with one thing, she'll branch off to something else. So I couldn't keep up, you know. So I mean, it is what it is. But coming to find out, I had to refer back to that one doctor's appointment I had. The doctor did say I had PCOS, so let me just stay with this. So, going back to Miss Nicole, thank you so much for this. On her, if you guys are inquiring about the whole PCOS condition, she has a little bit more insight about it than I do, because she's dealt with it head on more than I have. Like I said, I've only been trying to deal with mine for a week, even though I've always known that I've had it since 2012. She's been dealing with it more. So on her video, she's taking these supplements that'll kind of help with regulating the cycle and help with the fertility, and then it'll help with the hormones. And there's one that y'all gonna have to forgive me, I forgot. I so forgot. Gosh, forgive me. I know it helps for I know it helps with my situation. But this one is called, I'm gonna just go through it as this is called the Inositol powder, or like she would say in her video, the Inositol. But I bought this from Sprouts, and I paid $17 for this little thing because I wanted to do a test trial. I didn't want to buy a big jar and it not work. But this one helps with your cycle, hormones, and fertility. Gosh, the Chromium Picolinate, y'all, please forgive me. And then there's another one, Lipoic Acid. Y'all please do y'all research, because your girl gonna have y'all messed up. She gonna have y'all taking stuff. But honestly, all jokes aside, all three of these help with your insulin resistant, your menstrual, and your fertility, and that hard to lose fat for your tummy tuck, your tummy down there. And I know for a fact that I'm saying it right. I just don't know which one goes with which. Every time I take it, I always go back on Google to make sure which one I'm taking. But on hers, she has 1,000 milligrams for the Chromium Picolinate. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. but she has 1,000. So what I do is I take one of the capsules, and I take that by mouth, and then I take, maybe they're like this big, and then I take like half of a half to make it 200. I'm not even sure if I should do that, but if you guys know something that I don't, comment below and please help me out. I'm still learning. This is really new to me, and I believe her dosage on the alpha lipoic acid is 300 milligrams. So what I do is I take one of these capsules, I take half of it and mix it in with my, I take a whole one first, and then I take half of the capsule and mix it in with my inositol powder when I drink the water. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do that neither, but I don't know no other way to consume the other 200 milligrams or the other 100 milligram. Yeah, it's 300, and I do half of that. Yeah. And then this one, the inositol powder, my directions say, the usage on this one says take 1/4 level teaspoon daily, dissolved in water or suitable beverage. But her directions on hers were to take half a teaspoon a day, half a teaspoon in the morning, and half a teaspoon at night. And I follow her directions because she's been doing this longer. And I'm gonna just show you guys this again. Alpha lipoic acid, and she's been doing it longer, so she kind of knows what she's doing, you know. So yeah, and you guys, you gotta forgive me. Like, you know, like when you're on camera or you're on stage or anything, you kind of get a little bit of stage fright and you kind of forget some stuff. You hear? You got me? Okay. But yeah, check those out, ladies. But so far with the symptoms for me, I've been noticing a lot of cramping. I'm not sure. Like, I tried to look up the symptoms or the side effects when taking either of these, you know, formulas or these capsules or the powder. I tried to look up the side effects, and some of them do say, you know, you'll have gas and all of that, but none of them really say that I'll be cramping. So maybe the cramping is it actually working, but right now I'm not sure of any results because I've only been taking it for a week. But guys, I've done enough rambling. If you have any questions or if I left anything out, and I'll be sure to go on, look these up and put them in the description before I even post this video, so everyone will know which one does what. I'm sorry if I didn't, you know, but you know, my brain be moment of silence for my brain. It don't be working sometimes. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I will be doing an update as soon as I, like, you know, start seeing results. I will be doing an update on you know, the powder and the 2 capsules that I have, and we're gonna see what this does. But be sure to subscribe, push that notification button, like the video, comment below, and thank you for watching.